Hello everybody and welcome to tonight's live. It is 6 o'clock and it's Thursday, so it's time for another Facebook live. I'll just give everybody a chance to appear and get logged on. I was on the other side of this last week. I know I mentioned it to some of you and realised that it's not that easy to jump on straight away. It kind of takes a few minutes, so I'm going to be a bit kinder today and leave a little bit longer for people to start jumping on. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Sarah from Olive Listed Designs. I sell fabric, yarn, haberdashery and also make handmade products, do a bit of teaching as well. So that's me in a nutshell. So drop a hello in the chat if you're here. Let me know what you've been up to. Brain will engage in a minute. Dates for your diary. Sunday I'm at Colaston at a Sunday Made event, which is a new craft fair that's starting, so I will be there from 11 AM so Colaston Village Hall on Sunday. So if you see my socials today, you'll have seen that I've been saying about the craft fairs that I've got, autumn fairs I've got coming up, so I am busy making stuff. Had great fun with some scrunchies, and then this is the latest with this, out of the fabric sadly, which is really silly of me. If I'm making stuff I should remember to get more fabric in, but I never do. Anyway, to tonight's live, we have gone for a theme tonight. So last week I ran out of a bit of time. We were quite busy. Great week last week. Thank you for everyone who joined and shopped. I had wanted to show you the flannels that we've got in stock, and I ran out of time for that. So I will get onto that tonight. And also I've pulled out some stuff. Hi Sarah! I've pulled out some stuff from our hobbies and sort of novelty category to show you, just to see if it inspires some project ideas for you. A couple of them are low stock, so I'll let you know when we get to them. A lot of the other bits we've got on the bolt, so that'll be great. What else is going on? I think that's everything. We've had rain here, which has been amazing. Rain, love it. Right, housekeeping tonight. Same as always. Comment if you want to buy anything. There's a couple of offers throughout the live, which are only live offers, so if you want them, grab them. Hi Sylvia. Thanks Sylvia for the message earlier. I'd made a bit of a boo-boo on, for those of you who come to Cut Club and are doing the row quilt, I hadn't told you to cut enough of the 1.5 by 1.5 inch squares, which Sylvia spotted in the pattern, so I will be getting a new pattern out to you, and I've popped on Facebook the actual what you need to cut. So if you are doing your row by row quilt and it's not making sense, that'll be why. That's my fault for rushing the pattern. Hi Anne. But well spotted Sylvia, thank you very much for letting me know. If ever you have any of my patterns and you see anything or something's a bit strange, do just let me know, because I am human. I do them all myself, as much as I try and get stuff pattern tested. Sometimes with time and trying to get things out, it doesn't always happen. So yeah, thank you, really did appreciate that. I will be posting again tonight, so if you want anything posting, it's £4.50 for your small £4.50 for your small parcel, 48-hour tract. Hi Pam. Pam says hello to everybody. I love that we've started chatting to each other in the chat now. It's great. Love it. Right, so on to tonight. Oh, replay. I will be loading onto YouTube, so if you are watching the YouTube... no, Sylvia, don't ever question yourself. 9 times out of 10, it may just be me. So, no, it wasn't you at all this time. It was absolutely, totally my fault with the missing squares. I'd done all the centre squares and not the outside squares on the log cabinet bit. So, anyway, all sorted. Everyone will know what they're doing now. Jobs are good, and I'll read my patterns much better before the next one comes out. I think it's because my mind's on lots of other things. I was talking to Pam at sewing class as well with the ideas for the autumn sewing day, which is still booking. Thank you to everyone who's booked so far. If you need to reserve a place, let me know. And I will sort that out. I suppose that's the other date for your diary, isn't it? It's the 19th of September for our autumn sewing day. We're back in Bolsover all day on the Saturday. All the details are online, or drop me a message if you need to know any more. Right, let's crack on. I will be loading onto YouTube, so if you're watching on YouTube, hello. Some of the live offers are only available live tonight, but everything else, if it's still available, definitely yours. Most things I think are on the website, but I will double check later just to make sure. So let's get going. Let's start with this flannel. So like I say, last week, because we got busy, I ran out of time, and I did want to remind you all about the flannel that we've got in stock. And I'm starting with my favourite, which is Bumbleberries. So we've got 4 colours. You might be able to see it on the shelf here. We've got 4 colours of Bumbleberry in stock in the flannel. So we have got an aqua blue, we've got a purple, we've got a red, and we've got a sage green colour. Hi Karen. So these are all 100% cotton. They are just brushed flannel, so brushed cotton flannel, whatever you want to call it. Really lovely fabric to work with. It doesn't have, so I've done some of the quilts with it. I'll grab you actually. The squares, the very first squares and stripes quilt I did was Snow Days, and I've got some to show you. But then the second one that we did was in the New Forest Winter, and these are some of the ones we've got tonight. We're sold out of the robins, sadly, but it does make a really nice project. It's got a little bit less stretch. You know, sometimes we all do it when you're trying to piece your squares together. You can sometimes just eke it in with a little bit of stretch. This doesn't have as much stretch, so you've got to be... Would you still need wadding with the brushed flannel? I have silver. I have still put the wadding in, but no, I think you always would actually, because it's still quite thin. It's not a very thick fabric. It's still got quite a bit of drape to it. So I think if you're using fleece, maybe not, but if you're using flannel, I would definitely still pop the wadding through it. So yeah, it's really nice to work with, really soft, washes really well. So this one I take to my Christmas shows with me, and the number of muddy doggy paw prints it's had on it is unbelievable, because dogs just attract to mud, and as soon as they've got mud on them, they think, oh, let's put my paws on Sarah's lovely quilt that she's got hanging over the table, which I don't mind at all. Topper to quilt. Oh, brilliant, Sarah. Best get quilting then. I love it when I remind people about projects they've got left over. So yeah, this has washed really well, and I just love it. So what have we got for you? We've got blue bumbleberries. So these are all £14 a metre. Like I say, we've got them on the bolt, so you can have as much or as little as you want. So we go from fat quarters at 3.50 right up to your metre pieces at 14, and then we just kind of double up as we go along. If you're having half metres, you just kind of increase your prices accordingly. Hi Val! 112 centimetres wide, so it's your standard width. 100% cotton, and it's just that little bit thicker. But it's great for any projects that you think you do in your cotton will work perfectly in your brush cotton, and it's really cosy. So bearing in mind we're coming up to autumn and winter, it'd be really nice for some of those cosy projects. If you're doing patchwork, cushions, blankets, anything like that would be fab. So we've got blue, we've got this really nice rich purple colour, we have got the sage green, and we've got the red. Now the red is probably the one that's running the lowest, because it's always really popular come Christmas time. So they are your flannels, so £14 a metre for those, and they're the bumbleberry flannels. Then we have got some others that have got some designs to them. So you may remember the Loch Lewis collection, and these three have come from that. So we've got castles and Highland cows. Again, 100% cotton, £14 a metre, and it's 112 centimetres wide, so your usual Lewis and Irene standard width. So we've got Highland cows, we've got this on the white background. We've got this beautiful green and purple check. Again, £14 a metre. And we've got a really nice purple thistles. So if you're thinking of a project, maybe a three-yard quilt or something, you've got your 3 metres of that would make you a brilliant project. Now, this is £14 a metre, and I said there was going to be some deals tonight on the live. So if you wanted a metre of each of these three, it will be £30 just for the live. So if you fancied a bit of a project, that is one option for you. I have also got red berries, and I would be happy to substitute in the 3 for 30 deal. If you wanted to swap, I've obviously just put a selection together, but you know that I'm more than happy to mix and match. So we've got the red berries. Now that I have still got on the bolt. We've got, there's one of them I haven't got on the bolt and I can't remember which it is. Oh no, it looks like I've got all of them actually. Then we've got this floral as well, this winter floral. So as you can see, really nice prints. This would work beautifully with that blue. Let me grab it. How nice would they be together with the blue? It really pulls out the blue of that bit there. So they are your flannels in those. So everything I've shown you so far we've got on the bolt, so £14 a metre. Now, I've just got, Snow Days was my very first flannel collection, and I have 1/2 metre bundle of this left. So your 1/2 metre bundle is £32.50. You get Scattered Snowmen, you get Snow Days, which is the little village and people skiing, sledging, snowmen on the sort of aquary background. You get snowflakes, you get snowballs, and you get the little village cottages. So you've got 5 1/2 metre pieces there, which is enough to make the squares and stripes throw. So if any of you have got that pattern and want to make it, this is everything you need to make that, so it'll make your front and back for that. So £32.50 if you want Snow Days, and I've only got one of those left. So that is the flannel that I was going to show you last week that we never quite got to. So tonight's other theme was to look at the hobbies fabric that we've got, just to kind of give you an idea of what's in stock, what there is, see if it inspires any projects for you. So let's start with, and I've just kind of gone hobbies that people I can think of do. So wild swimming. So wild swimming is getting really, really popular. And on here you will see our little lady in the lake swimming. So £7 for your 1/2 metre of this one, £14 for your metre. If you want a fat quarter, £3.50. It's 112 centimetres wide, 100% cotton on your Lewis and Irene pre-shrunk cotton. So that is wild swimming. So let's pop that one there. Then, as you would imagine with fabric, we can get lots of sewing designs in the fabric. So I thought I'd just share a couple of those with you as well. So from Making Memories, Memory Made, can't quite remember what the collection was called, Memory Made. So this is a Cassandra Collerley print, and we all know I love her artwork. So on this one you've got scissors, pin cushions, sewing spools, things like that. So I've got 1.5 metre of this one, both pre-cut. So I've got a metre piece and a 1/2 metre piece. Hi John! So 100% cotton. This is £14 for your metre, and really lovely colours through that one. Quite sort of heritage muted colours on that, which is nice. Then also from the same collection, so would work really nicely with it, is Pin Play. So this, if you look really closely, it's a sort of mustardy colour, and it's got little pins all over it. So if you're looking for a blender for a project, I think this was really sweet. So again, 100% cotton, 112 centimetres wide, and it's metre piece, which is £14. And I can't see that I've got anything else of that left. And then finally from the same collection, we have got buttons. So you've got the buttons on the slate colour, and I've just told you all porkies because I've just read the label. It's £6.50, so I'll do these at the same. I bet they're all £6.50 on the website actually. So £13 a metre for these, £6.50, because if that's what the label says, that's what it is. I should really check them, shouldn't I? So that's buttons as well. So that is Memory Made. So if you want to do a sewing theme project, again, those three would be really cool together if you want to do something. Then we have, for those of you that like, no, let's stick on the sewing theme before we move on to something else. So we have got from the Small Things range, again it's a Lewis and Irene, 100% cotton. In the little hexagon it says I love quilting. You've got little bolts of fabric, little patchwork stars, little hexes, really cute on this one. I think this would make really nice project bags actually. So we have got quite a bit of this one because we've got we've got the bolt of that one as well. So this one is £14 a metre, and it actually is because I've checked my label. So £40 a metre, £7 for your 1/2 metre, £3.50 for your fat quarter if you wanted any of that. So that is quilting, and it's on a sort of beigey cream background, that one. Got pre-cut fat quarter there of that one. And then on a nice sort of turquoisey blue, we've got another sewing fabric, which is, let me just open it up so you can see it better. I'm going to sneeze in a second as well. No, I'm not going to sneeze, it's gone now. Right, so we have got tape measures, scissors, buttons, thimble, pins, fabric swatches, blue background to this one, and there's like some little sort of blue flecks in the background again as well. Again, really sweet print on that one. So that's 112 centimetres wide, half metre is £7 of that one. I've got a couple of half metres of that one left, so I keep looking because it's on the shelf over there in my newly organised studio, which I'm actually loving how I sorted it out. It's working really well for online bits and pieces. I've got my first student coming tomorrow for a lesson since I've reorganised it, so we'll see how it goes. So if you're watching, Maxine, no pressure, but we'll see how we get on. I think it's loads better for finding stuff I'm working in, so it's working really well. So next fabric we've got is for those who are painters in our lives. So I try and make presents for all my family and friends each year in some guise, whether it's a bag to package the present in or the thing itself I make is the present. So if you've got a painter in the family or a friend who's a painter, this would be a really nice one to grab and make a bit of something for them. So it could be as simple as just turning a half metre piece into a cushion, or making a storage pouch for popping their equipment in when they're out and about. All sorts of options with that one. So you want a dark navy background with this one. You've got the paint palette, the watercolour tray, paint brushes, some sort of squiggly arty bits in the background. So again, really fun print, that one. So we've got some larger pieces of this one as well. So it's £14 a metre, £3.50 for your fat quarter, £7 for your half metre. Again, it's on your Lewis & Irene, it's your pre-shrunk cotton, 112 centimetres wide. So that is that one. So other hobbies, we might have a bit of gardening. So, and I know I've shown you this one before, but we've still got some in stock, so thought it fitted nicely in the theme, so I would remind you. We've got the garden accessories, so it's the same design, and we've got it on the beige, and then we've got it on the green as well. So you've got welly boots, baskets with produce in them, secateurs, gardening fork trowel, onions, gardening gloves, bit of all sorts on there. Really fun print, that one. So again, £14 a metre, and we've got plenty of both of those at the minute. So garden accessories, if you fancy them. And purple, white and purple. So memory made, Sarah, I can do, I think that's the one that you mean for white. It's sort of a off-white background, if I'm honest. So that's that one. With the buttons, if that's the one that you mean, it's sort of a grey colour. I've not got it as a full metre piece, but I have got 2 half metres if you wanted to do that. If you could just confirm that you're happy with that. So it would be a metre of that, and then your 2 half metres. Let me know. The other one in that collection is the pins. So I will wait for you to catch up with me there, Sarah, and let me know. Right. Another one that this is the last piece of, and I can't order it anymore. I have tried. Is this New Tex football design. So we've got a metre of this. It's on the website at £12, but because it's the last one and I've had a good route round and it's all I can find. They're yours, Sarah. I'll put them to one side for you. I'll message you later about sorting that out. Thank you very much. So the football design by New Tex, really nice one. You've got all the different sort of colours on there. You've got red kits, blue kits, yellow kits. So if you've got a particular team that's supported, you'll probably get away with it. So like I say, usually £12, it's £12 online, but if you wanted this because it's my last one, it's £10. Just bear with me while I write down Sarah's, otherwise I'll forget. Right, that's that done. So football, 2 half is fine, you translate me well. I'm getting to know you, Sarah, getting to know you, and I think that works both ways in that you translate me quite well as well, so yeah, perfect. Right, so more hobbies. I like to go travelling. I think I've shown you this one, but I'm still absolutely in love with this one, and I think I'm off to Hogwarts every time I pull it out. This is our suitcases print. So again, if you've got a friend who travels a lot and you fancy making them a bit of something, a nice little pouch would work beautifully in this. So now this is part of the MP Studios collection, new set of fabrics that I've had in, and it is £9 for your metre and it's a wide one, this one. So where the Lewis & Ivy is 112 centimetres wide, this one is 148. So we've got this on the bolt, and it's quite new in, so we've got loads of this one. So £4.50 for your half metre, £2.50 for your fat quarter on those ones. And I don't think this one is on the website, actually, now I think about it. So I will double check and get that sorted. But if you want to order any, just let me know. So that is suitcases. And then on the same, from the same studio, we've got books. So for those that enjoy their reading, we've got books. So book covers would be lovely in this. Bit of a gingham lining might be quite lovely as well, or sort of a... it's quite dark, this one. It's on a sort of black charcoal background, and the books are sort of beige and browns, so it feels like it would work really nice with a beige gingham, or something like that, just to sort of lighten the inside or something. Or you could go with something dark so you can't see the book. Metre of books, please. I can do that for you, Sylvia. So, sticking on the book theme, we have also got this all over books. So again, this is so this comes from our Little Johnny collection. So it's £9 for your metre, £4.50 for your half metre, and again it's those really nice sort of heritage colours. So it's really rich reds and your classic green. You know, if you think about all the so in my nana's house there used to be a cabinet that had books all in it in the front room, and it just reminds me of that. It's all those proper leather bound books, really nice. So it's really sharp print on it as well, digitally printed, this one. So that is £9 a metre for that one. Sylvia, I've got you for the first books. If you want to swap, just let me know and we can switch that round. I'm taking a bit of a liberty on the next one, really. I've come across this bundle that is 3 half metre pieces, and it's food. So who says eating food can't be your hobby? So it's fruits, sweets and donuts. So it's 3 half metre pieces, that's £19.50. That's the last one of those that I've got available. So I snuck that in as a bit of a segue to, now this does class as a proper hobby. We've got baking, so we've got cupcakes. Now, this is another of tonight's deals. So this is 100% cotton. It's that wide, which doesn't help you. Let me work it out. I think it's 112. I should have measured this before. This one's on a roll, so I didn't check. 110 centimetres wide, so 44 inch rather than 45 inch. 100% cotton on a really nice light blue. Now, this is usually £8 a metre, but tonight, for you guys, it is £6 a metre. So if you want any of the cupcakes, it's £6 a metre. Now, this isn't on the website because I need to add it, and the reason it's not on is every time I try and photograph it, I can't get the colours right. So the company that this came from, I didn't get a Dropbox image with it. So a lot of the fabric suppliers are really kind to us and send us images that we can use on our websites, which is amazing. This one, sadly, I haven't got an image of, and I just can't get the colour right. So it comes to shows with me, but I haven't put it online, and I really should, and maybe just put a note saying that the colours are a bit wonky. I think it's to do with like the blues. It pulls it out and makes it look more green than it is. It's like a very pale blue background. So that is cupcakes. If you want any cupcakes, it's £6 for you on the live. So £6 a metre. You can of course have fat quarters or half metre pieces if you want as well. Now, I've got no idea what the time is. What are we on? Oh, 24. Right, I'll go wiggle on. I've only got a couple more to show you. I'm not going to run out this week like I did last week. Right, Lego. We all know someone who loves Lego. I am one of those adult Lego lovers. Desperately trying to find the Shrek brickheads, which I should have bought when I saw them, but I didn't. Anyway, this is Lego from Little Johnny. This is my last 2 metre piece. I have got a half metre and I've got this 2 metre piece, and then I am out of it. Really popular one, this one, with the bright colours. So you've got your yellows, your blues, really bright, vivid design on this one. Great for PE bags, anything like that for little ones, or even just bags to contain all the Lego would be lovely. So yeah, this is £9 a metre, so got 2 metre piece, and a ½ metre of that one left as well. So that is Lego. So the other reason I kind of thought about showing these is I'm starting to think about Christmas makes and things like that, so did think that just a reminder of some of the popular ones that we've got in would be handy. And then last for this evening, I should really have shown you this when I was showing the sewing fabrics, but it was at the bottom of the pile, so I completely forgot about it, is the 3D spools. So, hi so this is digitally printed. Oh, Sylvia, I've just seen your other one. I'll do your metre of the other books as well. Not a problem. Both designs. So, yeah, final one is the sewing spools. So, again, bright colours on this one. Really nice, fun print. 3D printed, 3D digitally printed. It's not 3D printed, it doesn't actually stick out, it is flat. That was my words in the wrong order then, I think. So yeah, this is spools. So this is absolutely definitely online. It is £9 a metre, £4.50 for your ½ metre, £2.50 if you just want a fat quarter of it. I think it's lovely. Might have to sneak me. Ooh, a top. I could use this for the shows. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Yes, I haven't made any tops recently. Might do that. Anyway, thank you as ever, everybody. Great to see you all. Thank you for those that have ordered. I will be in touch. If you're watching on a replay and you want to order anything, just drop me a message. I try and keep an eye on YouTube, but you're probably best messaging me directly if you are watching the replay on YouTube. So we will be back next week with another live, and I've got a plan now. My kids will laugh. I love a good spreadsheet. So I've done a spreadsheet. We've got, so in the studio now, when I've a metre of both books, please. Also a metre of the cupcakes as well, thanks. I can do that for you, Pam, not a problem. So when I reorganised the studio, I did it for 2 reasons. One, because everything was a mess and I needed to sort it out. But I put all my colour stuff this side and all my themed stuff the other side. And then everything else in between. So if you wanted something to coordinate, we'd know that we needed to go and look here, and if we wanted something for inspiration, we'd go and look over here on the theme wall. And then there'd be new collections, which have got another section in the studio, and then we would also have seasonal projects. So I'm always going to have Christmas and Halloween because I love them both, so there will always be some in the studio. So what I thought was, from the lives going forward, because I've got about 23 different categories now for the themes, and we've got about 11 or 12 of the colours, I'm going to do a bit of colours and a bit of theme each week for what we're doing. So next week, I was thinking that we would look at Enchanted and Gothic and Halloweeny stuff, because there's some new Halloween bits in. There's also some bits that are low stock, so it'd be good to let you know. So then I will find a colour that goes with it. So I'll either do purples or blacks or greys or something like that for next week. So each week I'll put up that. Obviously, if you want anything in between times, just let me know and I will come up with sneaking those in, because I know Sarah commented on one of my posts about the autumn one, so I snuck some extra bits in based on what she'd said. So that is my plan going forward. Hopefully you love that for an idea. If you've got anything you want to add or anything. Okay, Pam, that's fine. Just send me a message about the flannel. We can sort that. Or if it's easier, I can just pop the box and the bolts in for Monday for sewing group. If you just want to look at it and see it in real life, it's entirely up to you. Either or, I'm happy. You know that. So yeah, so that's my plans for lives going forward. But if you want anything, and then we'll sneak extra bits and pieces in between. And I'm also going to do some separate producty lives with my bags and pouches and things like that. So if you've got anyone that you think, and some wool, Nicola, yes I should. I am quite naughty not putting wool in, aren't I? That would come in quite nicely with the themes and the colours. So absolutely, themes, colours, wool. See, this is why we have these conversations. I was just thinking of bank balance tonight, Nicola, by not including anything. I'm being kind. She says. Right. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm going to go grab some tea. Lovely to see you all here. Any feedback, let me know. Any more orders, let me know. It's been great, and I will see you all same time next week. Take care. Bye.